Let's get Eminem on the podcast.
I'll reach out to him. I can't promise. So, so I'll have like security here and SWAT and be like,
Hey, you want to come to Vassar, Michigan?
yeah, coming to the V, not the D.
Oh my God.
Well, we're here with Zack Robinson, or is it Robinson?
Robinson.
Robinson.
Yes,
we're
sir.
here with Zack Robinson, and we're going to get gritty on Small Town Grit.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're a commercial agent,
Yes, sir.
and I met your dad. If I had to remember how I met your dad, I have no idea.
Bob Rob.
And Bob Rob. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember, so you used to have the location in Frankenmuth.
In Frankenmuth, yeah.
And I remember he's like, hey, you wanna come meet somebody with me? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And
Is that where you met me? When we were in Frankenmuth?
when you were in Frankenmuth.
Gosh, you'd
I
have
think
been
it was-
just out of college then.
Yeah, I was fresh, man.
Were you?
I was fresh. I did work for 2 years in South Bend, Indiana as a commercial insurance agent. So, like, I kind of knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Did Bob tell you, like, you can't come back yet to get some experience? Or?
Well, that was kind of it. I met my wife, Leah, in college, and she had a really good opportunity in Indiana. So I kind of ran with her down there.
I see. I've done that before.
Yeah, yeah. That was, you talk about being wise beyond your years. That'll grow you up real quick.
Okay.
Moving 5.5 hours away from home and
Yeah.
doing all that. But yeah, had to move back home for family. I got 2 younger brothers who I basically, if I'm not with friends from college, I'm spending time with them. My mom, my dad, my grandma, and my wife,
Yeah.
of course.
So you went to Frankenmuth High School,
Yes, sir.
and you did sports there? Were you?
Yep. I played football for 4 years, and then I was the varsity baseball captain my senior year, and we ended up, me and Brennan Webb were varsity baseball captains, and we went to state quarterfinals
Nice.
for the first time, and we saw what it was like to play against real pitchers. I remember facing 2 guys that threw 94 miles an hour.
I was gonna say upper 80s, but 90s. Yeah, that's with control.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I still remember the Bahalski twins from New Val. One of them played at Michigan State, and the other one played at Valpo. We had no business playing against those kids.
Yeah.
So
I could see you as a wrestler. You never thought about getting into wrestling?
I did. Dude, I got my butt kicked.
Yeah.
When I was in like 7th grade, I wrestled against probably the 2 best wrestlers on our team, and I just got my butt kicked. And I don't know if you remember this, but there was that staph infection, like that MRSA stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, dude, you're not wrestling. And then by the time I got to sophomore year, when I could wrestle again, I knew nothing.
Did Frankenmuth have wrestling?
Yeah. I had a bunch of buddies that wrestled. They were pretty good.
Because I always thought like wrestling kind of helped you in football too.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you went to play a little college ball too, right?
Yep. Went to Olivet College for 4 years, near like Jackson, Lansing area. Yep. Funny story there. We were 0-10 my freshman year, like the worst Division III program historically. We had, I think it was 9 freshmen starting on defense and offense, and my next 2 years we were 6-4, and by the time we were seniors, we went 9-1 and won the conference.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, we had 36 seniors who
So
are.
do you guys have a national championship you guys play for too, or are you just conference?
Yeah,
champs?
it's a national championship, but my God, if we would have. You start to play the teams like Mountain Union or Wisconsin Whitewater, and those guys are Division I football players that just maybe did some things and got
got kind of transition back down, kind of like minors and majors. And,
Yeah.
and baseball.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So now it was a great experience. My body's paying for it right now, but don't regret any of it.
No,
No, not at all.
you think it helped you kind of mature a little bit?
Yeah, I think I know football gets a bad rap, you know.
Why is that?
Meatheads like us.
Oh,
no. But you know, it teaches you a lot of valuable life lessons, work ethic, accountability, discipline. It's not easy waking up at 6 o'clock every morning and going to work out and doing it consistently throughout 4 years to truly.
Yeah, I mean, you need a balance, right? I mean, you got probably 2-a-days, you got weightlifting and probably some other things, and you got film probably.
Oh yeah, the film was I remember, so 2-a-days, it was like 6 a.m., get up, go to breakfast, then you go watch film from, 7 to 8:30. We'd go and work out from 8:30 to 10, then we'd practice after we worked out, went to lunch. And not my freshman year, like I was okay my freshman year, but by the time I was a senior and doing those 2-a-days, I could not lay down in between the breaks because I would cramp. My whole body would cramp. So we would end up having to go for like little walks in between just to like, I remember drinking so much pickle juice and taking Tums and everything to help.
Yeah.
But then we would practice again at night from about 3 to 5, eat dinner, watch film again, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, and then we would have a team meeting from 8 to 9, and that was 3 weeks every year. So that kind of weeded out the ones who weren't really in it.
Yeah,
for
what's that? Have you seen on Netflix?
Division 3?
No, not that. I'm talking like with Tim Tebow. It was a little.
Oh yeah, I did see
The Untold Story or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, you watched that?
I watched part of it.
Those guys are crazy. You didn't watch the whole thing?
No,
it was like,
dude,
those
I
guys are
jump
intense.
around.
Yeah, you watch like, I'll watch this episode and this.
Yeah,
or Leo would be like, watch Bambi with me.
We just what did we watch? That Ice Age.
Oh, did you?
My God, I haven't seen that one in years.
Did you really watch it?
Oh yeah,
I thought you were messing with me.
No, it was good, man. Shit, that's a good hearted story right there.
I'm gonna have to watch it this weekend.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. So
what else is new? You got some dogs. You got some big dogs, don't you?
I got some big dogs. Arnold is. You ever seen the show Entourage?
No.
Okay, well, they get a big pit bull in that show and name him Arnold. So naturally, that's what I had to do. I was watching the show at the time, but yeah, when we were living in Indiana, walk out of work, and this guy's walking I didn't work in the best area in Indiana either, and he's walking his 2 pit bulls, and he's like, "Hey, come over here, man. I need your help. Like, this dog just won't leave my dogs alone. He's gonna get bit." So I just went and grabbed him, and I'm like, "Man, he's kind of a cute dog." So I end up taking him to animal control to see if he's got a chip or whatever. Yeah. And they were like, "Yeah, no, he's a stray. You know, we'll let you know in 2 weeks if somebody claims him. But if you leave him here after 2 weeks, Lord knows what's going to happen." And I'm like, "God dang it." So he's laying by the front door of the animal control facility. And I open the door, and he's just looking at me, and I'm like, "God dang it!"
Yeah, you're hooked, right?
It was over. I picked him up and took him in the car, and I called my wife, and I'm like, "Hey, I got a surprise for you."
Yeah, I don't think she wanted that surprise.
Maybe not at first, but I think it grew on her a little bit.
We had Jim Kramer in here yesterday, and we were talking about dogs. So do you think? And I've tried to have dogs, and I said they didn't give me a good dog.
Sure.
You think that's the case, or do you think it's the owner, or the combination?
It can be a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I think. I mean,
he was blaming me that I wasn't a good owner. So, I'm like,
well, no. I mean, I think it's a combo, right?
Okay.
You can't. I got him pretty young. I got him at 3-4 months, and it wasn't easy at first. I mean, like he was probably 50 pounds, so I was the only one that could really walk him because if he saw anything, he would pull and like dig his freaking claws in the ground, and he was, he's a beast. But he pulled Leah down a few times, and that just, he had to learn his lesson. But he's a great dog. And then we got Becky, who's scared of her own shadow. Basically, yeah, she is. Oh my God, man!
Arnold and Becky, huh?
Yeah,
are you the one owner that dressed their dogs up? You got like little going out. We're going to Bob's house. Let's get the kids
the
their
Lions
outfit.
jersey on.
Right.
I
Don't
don't say
lie.
I would do it, but yeah, my wife definitely likes to, especially around Christmas time, get them in the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's funny.
It's pretty bad, but
So we talk about small town grit and, different business owners or different community involvement. You got the little background with the playing high school ball, transition to college, and I think you're doing a little coaching still, right?
yep.
So what do you?
So yeah, I have the help out at Reese High School with Mitch Bender, Carrie Messing, Nick Day, Jose Signs, and Mike. I can't remember Mike's last name, but he's such a good guy. But yeah, I do the varsity defensive and offensive line during the season, and then Jack Russell too coaches over there. He's a great coach. He played at Albion College, actually. I went to Olivet. They're like mortal rivals. So
So do you guys play for like a trophy?
yeah,
Is it like
well,
that
we get
kind
a
of
ring. We get like
Oh,
the conference
really?
championship ring. Yeah, I still
Okay.
got mine in like a little trophy case thing, whatever. But so we give each other a hard time quite often. But I go,
So you just kind of once in a while wear the ring to practice.
hey Jack, you got one of them? You got one? I should though. That's a good idea. I've never
That
done
is a
it.
good one.
I've never done it.
Yeah.
But I open the weight room sometimes in the morning. I go to their 0 hour or whatever, and we'll just, spend time with the kids and give them pointers. But most of them have a pretty good work ethic at this point. We got a lot of young kids, a lot of sophomores that are definitely climbing the ladder. But a lot of great kids. They had a pretty good season this year. Was just probably a win short, making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
So you think it's kids still have that drive, that hunger, or is,
in a different way, I think. I don't think it's like when you played or I played. Honestly, like it was like kind of life back then.
Yeah.
I think there's just a lot more that kids are interested in.
yeah, they have more options out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I
nowadays.
understand.
Yeah.
Like we talked to Jim Kramer yesterday, and it's like, our free time, we were playing flag football. We were playing, I don't even flag football. We were playing tackle football.
That's what
we
flag
were
football
going.
is.
We were going to the ball field. We were playing basketball. I mean, I was fortunate. I grew up in town. I don't know if you grew up in town, but you got on the horn on the old. There's no
Yeah.
cell phones back
No,
then,
absolutely.
and you call all your buddies and you'd be like, "Hey, 3:00, we're playing."
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we definitely used to do that with baseball and football. Football probably more than baseball, but yeah. No, I feel that until we started getting hurt, and it was like,
yeah,
wow,
I see. Franklin's made a good run the last couple of years on football.
yeah,
I talk about culture, and I think you see it maybe with the Lions. I know you're a big Lions fan, a big Michigan fan.
Yep.
I think Jim Harbaugh changed the culture. I think Campbell, he changed the culture, and people buy in.
Yeah.
And obviously when you're winning, it's easy to buy into the culture.
sure,
And it's it sounds like you got good staff over in Reese, so it's like maybe that one win next year gets you into the playoffs, and you start building a culture, and everyone's like, oh, we got something good again, because it's hard to rebuild.
absolutely. Well, and Reese won the conference, I want to say 3 years ago, and lost a lot of seniors, so kind of knew that it was going to be a down year. But they were that close in so many games last year. I remember playing Marlette at home, and we just made a few mistakes, jumping off sides on 4th down, or like, just a missed tackle here or there. When you play against those really good teams, like we saw on Sunday with the Lions, that one mistake,
Yeah.
I know it's a long game, but it comes down to one play, two plays sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
So what do you? Was it hard to get into coaching?
Yeah, I didn't want to do it for a couple of years. My buddy Carter Merlick actually got me into it. He coached at Reese with Joe Ebler, who I played with both of them at Frankenmuth, and they'd been asking me for a couple of years to do it. And work obviously was a big part of my life. When I moved back here, I was at board meetings until 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night. And I didn't really feel like, coaching during that phase. But once all that kind of slowed down, he asked me again and we ended up coaching together. I don't think it was really hard. I missed the game, missed the camaraderie and the togetherness, and that's one thing. Like, I don't really miss the practices, don't really miss the headaches or whatever, but like I definitely miss the camaraderie and the togetherness of football. It's a pretty tight-knit sport, and you go through a lot of adversity together, and that just naturally brings people together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I've coached a lot of basketball. Never coached football. Coached a lot of baseball. With the coach at the high school before, and it's you try to get the best out of every single kid, more than they think they can get out of themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like
Absolutely.
and they see the reward in it, and they work through those hardships of, no, I can't do that, or that's too hard, or I don't understand.
There were a lot of things when I was that age too. Like, I was like, I can't do this, but I was fortunate enough to have great coaches, that would push me. And each kid is different, right? So it's got to be different for each kid, how you work with them, depending. But very fortunate to have. I mean, we don't have a lot of kids on the team. We probably got 18 kids on the team, but they're all damn good kids. So
Yeah.
very, very fortunate for that. So
what's the next step with you're young, you're under 30. You're
Barely.
You're like one of my kids almost.
30 in May, baby.
Are you?
30 in May.
Oh man, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
I always say every decade my body falls apart a little bit by little bit. So 30 was okay still for me, but when I hit 40, everything hurt and nothing recovers.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of that.
But you played a little bit more physical for a little longer than I did. So
shout out to my Cairo and Frankenmuth.
Yeah. Or you go to Peyton?
Yeah, I go to Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton and Alex and Shay too. I'll go to sometimes when Peyton's too busy.
So once a week you kind of get
once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there, and I haven't gotten a massage in a long time, but I
never got a massage.
Oh my gosh.
What do you get, one of the deep tissue ones?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty painful. I'm not going to lie, but it's a good pain,
I need to do that, and I need to get a pedicure. Yeah.
You let somebody touch your feet, man?
I mean, somebody's got to do it. I mean, it's... Why are you laughing? It's serious stuff.
Dude, I could never do it, man.
Why?
I'm ticklish, man.
Well, I am too, but I don't think they'd tickle you.
I know, but like, just like the touch, like Leah will like try, and I'm like, don't touch my feet. Like, that's the one thing, man.
All right, we're gonna go together.
I'll film
Only
it.
if you hold my hand.
I will. I gave you a hug earlier. I can hold your hand. I'm not scared. Yeah, we'll go to the day spa in Frankenmuth.
Yeah, I know my mom and wife probably know enough of them to get us a discount.
Right, we'll get I heard you can get a deluxe package. It's not even on the menu.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
I swear. That's what I heard that last night at dinner.
Wow, boys' day.
Yeah, it's not even on the not menu, but
It's menu, I guess.
I guess it's the menu. Get the deluxe package.
We're gonna get like some food before or after or something like that. I mean,
Can do that. Yeah.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll have a little bro date.
I'm down, man. And then go to the golf simulator. Feet feeling fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So what do you and your wife do for fun?
we got
How long you been married?
it's 5 years.
Congratulations.
5.5 years. Yeah. Yep. She's been dealing with me, and somehow we made it this long. So
Yeah.
but no, we got friends all over the state from college. So it's just, I got probably my best friend lives in St. Joe, Michigan, right down by the Indiana border. So he is having a baby soon. So we'll be going down there in a couple of weeks. We're actually going to see her friends in Ovid this weekend. But yeah, we're kind of all over the place, man.
I think I talked to you a lot last year. I think you had like 17 bachelor parties or something. I swear every weekend you were going to a party.
I
and a
never
wedding.
thought I would get sick of it.
Yeah.
I never thought I would.
Every weekend I think I talked to you. You're
No,
going somewhere.
It was, yeah, we had 14 or 15 weddings.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
joking. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, golf outing. What are you doing? Going to a wedding. I was like,
And I stood up in like 3 of them. I was the best man in one of them.
Right.
And
I mean, you're not in your 20s almost anymore. You got to get
dude, it hurts, man. I can't do that. Can't be partying like that.
Right.
That's too much. I got to get up and work in the morning.
right.
Yeah, but
Mondays come fast.
they sure do. God, especially when the Lions lose. God. We're not going to talk about that, though.
You should be used to it.
I should be.
I've never been a Lions fan. I was a Barry fan, never a Lions fan.
Good for you, man.
So,
That-
but I did root for them on Sunday, and I think I jinxed you guys. So I apologize.
Thanks for you.
I was like, they haven't been here before. I said, just one time, let them win.
Just one time.
Deny. Nah, I've been a 49ers fan when I was a kid.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Joe
Oh,
Montana,
dude.
Jerry Rice, Ronnie Lott.
What does he do? Like,
They ran the West Coast offense.
How do you
Shotgun.
deal with him?
I'm like, this is awesome. I was like, who runs the football? Those are for wimps, So,
well, hey,
but I did root for the Lions one time in my life, and that was
well, kind of. You kind of were like, oh, let's
either
go
way.
49.
Either way, I figured I was a winner. I was
gonna
like,
say.
everybody. I'm in the state of Michigan. Everybody's like, yeah, Lions. I'm like, yeah, I rooted for them, but I'm not one of those. I didn't jump on the bandwagon. I still,
You were an OG 49ers fan.
yeah.
All right, that's
I
fair.
remember when they were cool for a little bit.
Yes, I mean because Joe
Jerry
Montana
Rice.
left, and then
Jerry
Steve Young
Rice.
came. He
Oh,
filled
yeah.
in right afterwards, and Garcia was there.
He was probably one of the first like running quarterbacks, right? Steve Young.
Steve Young, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like him though; he's left-handed. I just have a problem
weird.
with left-handed quarterbacks.
I don't think there's like one left-handed quarterback in the NFL right now, is there?
Wow.
Of all 32 teams, I can't
No,
think of one.
Is that a
'Cause,
bad trait to have? Like, is it not good to be
no, there
left-handed?
is. Isn't Miami's quarterback left?
Oh, Tua.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Tua is.
He actually
Yeah.
has a decent release, but it just seemed left-handed basketball players too. Like Nick Van Exel, I think was like my only
Nick Van Exel.
like my only left-handed
Yeah.
guy. I was like, I'll live with your left-handed shot, but
Yeah.
I'm serious. I just can't.
Well, then Michigan played against Michael Penix,
Yeah,
who's a lefty. He'd probably be pretty good.
No,
No, just
I wouldn't draft him. I wouldn't draft him just because he's left-handed.
simply.
Yeah,
It sucks to suck, man.
yeah. Was it Randall Cunningham? Was he left-handed?
That was the Eagles quarterback.
Yeah, he was a great quarterback.
I think he was right-handed. Sorry. Michael Vick was pretty good at football.
Yeah,
He was pretty fast.
Yeah, he's left-handed.
Yeah, he's left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's just not many.
No, there isn't.
There's not many.
So, I think it's just their arm slot. I have an issue with that. Like, it gives me like OCD issues.
I mean, if you're a receiver, like you probably caught passes from a right-handed guy your entire
Yeah.
career.
Ball comes off different.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think about Patrick Mahomes?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Really?
I can't stand him. He's
What about Taylor Swift?
well, I mean, she's pretty good at what she does.
Is that good for football?
I mean, it's clearly bringing in some fans.
Yeah.
No doubt. So good for the pockets. But I just it's cringy, man. It's cringy to me.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was kind of hoping it was Kansas City and the Lions
Oh,
just
God, I
before Taylor Swift and Eminem to battle. I thought it would make good TV. I thought
that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because he would have done it.
Right.
100%.
He would have made some rap battle and busted Taylor right down. So
Yeah. Well, they played week 1 too.
that's what I thought.
Rematch
too.
of
It was
week
like
one.
a rematch. I was like, this is perfect. And I was like, no, it wasn't scripted right.
Have you seen the color scheme
Yes.
thing? Yeah. I don't know what I would have done if it would have been Baltimore and San Fran. Because
I can't believe Baltimore lost.
I
First of all.
can't either.
I was like, they're gonna clean slate this thing, especially if they were playing the last 10 games. I was like, no way.
all year long, man, they beat everybody.
Yeah.
like they beat the 49ers by like 50 points, something like that. So
They don't have Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
right, star power.
It almost seems like they're like these pro teams are going to start recruiting
Like celebrity
talent and be like, you know, Carrie Underwood's going to be on a team, and
Seriously,
you know,
we did.
Jelly Roll's going to be on the Raiders.
Jelly Roll.
I'm serious.
What a
This
stud,
is a
man.
trend, man.
It is. We went to so my buddy I played with has got in-laws that bought a suite to the Lions for the year. Well, they do every year, and we were fortunate enough to go up there for the Panthers game, and Eminem
cool.
was like 2 or 3 suites next to us, and I'm like, we don't belong here. Like, what are we doing up
Yeah.
here, man? Like, they bring you food, free alcohol, like they're refilling food as you eat it. They have like a dessert cart at halftime with literally everything you could dream of, like milkshakes and cakes, cheesecake, cupcake. I'm like, what? I don't belong here.
Has Eminem always been with the team, or just recently since Dan Campbell kind of resurrected this culture?
What do you think? I don't.
I didn't even know he was even
I didn't
a fan
either.
until like this year. I'm like, where's this dude come out? He like come out of 8 Mile. He's like,
Is
hey,
he a
I'm-
bandwagon? Is he?
I don't think so.
You guys
No.
are onto something. Like the celebrities are gonna play a role.
Yeah.
Let's get Eminem on the
And he's
podcast.
Detroit.
I'll reach out to him. I can't promise. So, like, so I'll have like security here and SWAT and be like,
Hey, you want to come to Vassar, Michigan?
yeah, coming to the V, not the D.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. Appreciate you stepping in today, getting
Yeah.
gritty with us on Small Town Grit.
Yeah.
So hope to have you back again if that's all right.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thanks
man.
for having me, man.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yep.